I don't ride for nobody, no badge, no crew. Truth don't play favors, it just come through. I don't take sides, I take time and review. Slow to put it, let the context break through. If you clean, that stamp stay true.
In a Walmart, a young man decided that he was not going to go down easily, and he pulled out a gun. Yeah, he did. I figured I'd let you know exactly what happened at the onset because you're going to want to stay for this one. You know, I've used to watch a whole bunch of Walmart when the internet first came around and Vines were a thing. Y'all remember that there were the Life of Walmart videos where they would show people in all kinds of crazy outfits, and it was like a whole different planet. People would show up in shorts, but the shorts shouldn't be worn by some people. Those kinds of videos. This reminds me an awful lot of those. Like you think for yourself, there was no way that somebody was this ridiculous to do it. Well, it's Walmart. Par for the course. So we're going to see exactly what happened. Now, remember, this was a shoplifting incident. I'm going to assume that this is probably his significant other. And he looks like a kind of guy that you would trust with your kids. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't do that at all. Let's find out what happened to him, shall we? Yeah, it's not a very long interaction, but there's lots to talk about because it seems like, one of those videos where things just chaotic happen and there's a lot going on. This strikes me as one of those. Let's see what happened.
I told her not to steal it, bro.
You did it too, so we're good up on her. Right. You watched you walk over and put an item in the bag off the shelf.
Did you say that's true? He did. I didn't read. Now I'm gonna go back. There is no way he said that. He had to say that's not true. He had to put the word "not" in there. Let me see if I got this right. She said, "I saw you walk over there and put stuff in the bag." Did he say that's true? Let's see. That's what he said.
Walk over and put an item in the bag off the shelf.
That's true. Brother, listen. Hey, look, I'm not trying to help you get away with robbery, but did no one tell you just keep quiet, maybe plead the fifth? And if you can't plead the fifth, have a fifth. I don't know, but you just gonna say that's true. They got you on. They got you on camera, and the first thing you gonna say is that's true. That's true. Every day I wake up and I think to myself, there is no way I can see people being less and less intelligent. And then people surprise me. Like this young man surprised me. Continue.
Please.
55-50.
Now, okay, before they go any further, do you see something weird between the two of them? Did you see that little bit of an eye contact kind of thing? Like they almost knew what was coming next, but they didn't want to say out loud what was coming next. Interesting, isn't it? Watch her. She almost looked like he gonna do that. He gonna do some dumb shit right now. He gonna do it. She even moved her hand from around his back. I think she knows what he's about to do. And he would have got that shot off if he knew how to operate that gun properly. It sounded like the safety was still on. It sounds like he tried firing, but the safety was still on. Dang.
Eat up. Give us your hands now.
Over shoplifting, bro? Shoplifting? Shoplifting. You figure the best way to get out of this situation is to pull a weapon. I'm surprised you didn't get popped. I'm not gonna say I'm disappointed. I can't say that necessarily, although I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say I'm disappointed you didn't get popped. I'm wondering how you didn't get popped, but you didn't get popped. Maybe because of the proximity of the woman next to you that didn't have a gun, they didn't fire, but I'm surprised. I don't know also how they don't know that you had one. I mean, maybe they don't frisk you when you're just shoplifting, and they probably just brought you back there to ask you questions, and you didn't really have any idea that you were going to be packing a weapon. I don't know. I mean, again, I don't know how this stuff works in a place like Walmart, especially if it's just shoplifting. If it didn't present something violent, you just kind of walked in and walked out, or got caught going out of the store and they brought you back there and you were cooperative walking to the back room and they didn't think to check you because you didn't present a problem. You seem pretty nonchalant and they probably thought, nah, you're not going to do him nothing. But he was dangerous.
Don't touch him. Do not touch anything.
I'm not.
I told you, a minute can take a lot. A lot can take place in a minute. A lot could take place in a minute. This right here. So let's go back real quick and see something. So this is where I'm talking about that things looked a little bit weird to me. She looked over to him. No words were exchanged. Almost like she knew he had the weapon on him and she knew he was going to do something, especially her reaction after was almost like, I'm not the one doing it, but y'all got to do what y'all got to do. Watch.
Hey!
That's your reaction? No. Okay, so the gun's no longer in his hand. He dropped it. Maybe that's why he didn't get shot. But I would think you'd still get shot. But again, she was still next to him when he dropped the weapon. And they probably didn't want to shoot this other guy too, so he didn't fire. And by the time he did that, she was still close. He was still close. I can kind of see the excuse. Until he decided to nut shot him, which was very impressive. I love that. Thank you for nut checking him. That's the best move you could possibly do, because you get a double whammy. You get the nuts and you get the knee to the face. That was amazing. So the guns dropped finally. You really can't shoot now because she's still there. So what did he do? Take the hold of the gun. They get in trouble. Uppercut. Drop it to the floor. So I could kind of see that you didn't really have to shoot him or opportunity to shoot, because you probably could have caught other people also giving him time to get the weapon while the guy was. So I'll give you an excuse for that one. But like I said, I'm surprised you didn't get popped while you're doing that dumb shit. I really am. But the moral of the story is, if you go to Walmart, don't rob them. But if you are going there with the intent to do people harm, you might not be this lucky. You might get popped right there in the aisle before they even take you to the back room to ask you any questions. Damn. This was recent too. I think it was on the 18th this happened. Of this month. This year. Yeah. Don't do it. Don't follow people like this. Don't listen to them. They're only going to get you in trouble, people. In trouble. Don't be like this guy. You might not be as lucky. And if you have a girlfriend, please don't put her in this kind of predicament. Please don't do it. We'll catch you on the next one. You let me know what you think. Should he have been shot? Do you think if he was a different, would have been shot? Or did they not have an opening to do something about it? And the officer did the wise thing by not harming others who had nothing to do with him raising his gun. We look forward to hearing what you got to say about this one.
One wrong move turn the present into the past. I don't ride for nobody, no badge, no crew. Truth don't play favors, it just come through. I don't take sides, I take time and review. So to put it, let the context break through. If you clean, that stamp stay true. If you foul, that show up too. No miss, no spin, no cover up hype. Everything judge in plain sight.